morning, Namaste. My name is Krista. Thank you so much for joining me for your yoga practice today. I have an all-over body flow designed for you. We're going to get into all the parts. Please take this practice at your own pace. Again, there's a little something for everybody here. So if you want to pick up the pace, please feel free to do so. If you want to slow it down, slow it down. Most important thing is that you stay connected to your own embodiment, that this practice move through you, breath, body, spirit, all aligned. Namaste. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in child's pose. Come down to your hands and your knees. Reach your arms forward and press back through your hips. Send your hips towards the back of your mat. Arms extend forward. As we just start to take a few moments here to ground down, to become more embodied. Just feel your body close to your earth, close to the mat. Allow your head, neck, and shoulders to simply relax. Your belly to relax. All the muscles here, just relaxing down. Don't make this a goal. Just be present. Be present what's here. Notice what you notice. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Fill the lungs. Exhale out your mouth. Again, inhale through the nose, big wide breath. Open the mouth and exhale. Last round, inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. 3 rounds now, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose and relax. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose and drop in a little deeper. Relax a little more. As you stay close to this breath, one more round, inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose. Any tension in the mind, in the body, in the heart, exhaling out the nose. Stay close to this breath now. Ujjayi breath, turn it on, in through the nose, out through the nose, slight constriction at the back of the throat. And before we get moving, let's take a moment to set an intention for this practice, perhaps why you came to your yoga mat today. What is it that you hope to get from this practice today, from you showing up for you? Press down a little more through the hands. Really feel into the ridges of the hands, the base of the knuckles. Spread your fingers wide like you have webbed hands. And then lift up through the forearms. Start to drag your shoulders down your back and lengthen your spine even more. Take a little lift of the low belly as you come up to your hands and your knees. Walk your hands back so they're comfortably underneath your shoulders. Walk your knees back so they are comfortably underneath your hips. Take an inhalation here and lift up through the tailbone as you drag the chest bones forward, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Good. Take a few rounds of cat-cow here. Press down through the hands, lift up through the low belly, really carve through the spine. 2 more rounds, inhaling, tailbone tipping up, drawing the chest forward through the collarbones, as though there's just 2 lights here on the collarbones shining forward. And then exhale, picking up the low belly, really carving the spine, that nice big round spine. Releasing the neck as well, maybe even tuck the chin towards the chest. And give it one more round. Inhaling, lengthening out through that spine, just a few rounds of Chakra Vakrasana. And an exhale as you ground down through the hands, through the shins, pressing your earth away, carving through the upper, mid, and lower back. Good. Come to a nice neutral spine. Let's make about 3 hip circles. Take your hips to the right, circle around. And starting to wake up the Shakti Prana here in the hips. Good. Loosening up. You could do this any way you'd like. Just moving. Good. And then start to circle the other way. Sorry, I'm outside. There was something on my hand. Good. And we circle around the other way, right? Just playing with the elements of nature here today. We'll see how it goes. That is the yoga, right? Whatever shows up, it shows up. And it is how we respond versus react. Good. Come back to center. Really nice. And as we take those hands down, pressing down, really feeling into the fingers, tuck the toes under. Lift your knees up about 1 inch off the earth. Let's start to engage that core. Pull the low belly in, up, and back. And keeping that 1 inch off the floor, can you start to send your chest back towards your thighs? So it's feeling almost like we're back in that child's pose. Good. Keep reaching. And then inhale and slowly straighten the legs to any degree the body allows. And then exhale, feeling the heels again. Wash down any degree. It's not a goal. It's about lengthening through the back of the body here. So as you gaze back at your feet, can you lift your toes here? Maybe feeling even a little more stretch to the backs of the legs. Spread your toes wide. And as you set your toes back down, maybe lengthening down through the heels. If you see your heels, let's spin them out a little to the right, to the left, so they're lining up behind that second toe. Spinning your inner thighs towards the back of the room. Lifting up the thigh bones, pressing them straight back. The sit bones up towards your ceiling, towards your sky. And then from here, we're going to take the front ribs, draw them in. Take the biceps, roll them towards the ears. Take the triceps underneath, so the armpits start to hollow out here towards the heart center. Forearms are straight, and strong, and lifted. And then put down just a little more pressure between that index finger, thumb, rolling down through the inner palm. Feel your connection here to your breath. Feel your connection here to the earth. Feel your connection to your spirit. Last breath. Soften that space between the shoulder blades here in that downward facing dog. One more breath. Beautiful. Bring your big toes to touch here on an inhalation. Let's sweep that right leg up to the sky, spinning right inner thigh towards the sky. Gaze up between your hands and step your right foot forward. Beautiful. Drop your left kneecap down. And as you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, drawing that right heel back towards the left knee, scooping up through the pelvis. Good. Reach up and soften the shoulders from the ears. Let the hips sink a little forward. Good. Maybe you press your palms here. Push down in that right heel, down and in. And as you exhale, we're just warming up. Take that left hand down to the earth. Sweep that right arm up to the sky. So maybe stack the shoulders. Pick up the low belly, spinning around the navel. Left thigh towards right inner thigh, or left ribs towards right inner thigh. Squeezing that right hip underneath. Beautiful. Gaze down. Take your right hand down. Now listen close. We're going to shift our left shin over to the right. You're going to reach that left arm forward and pull that right hip crease back. As you inhale, press down into that right foot, left shin, as you come up into what we'll call a modified warrior two. Spin your pinky fingers back, spin your left ribs back, left collarbone back. Sink down a little more, left side melts into the right. Gaze over that right finger, middle finger, turn your right palm up. And as you exhale, sweep your right arm towards the back of the room. Reach back. Let that left side of the body melt. Big inhale. And then exhale, circle your hands down to the earth. Line up your left knee, left shin. Pick up that left knee and then step your left foot up to meet your right. Take an inhale here. Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen out through the spine. Draw the front ribs up into the body so you lengthen the back ribs, shoulders from the ears. Your feet are about hip width distance apart. And as you exhale, keep that little lift of the low belly and fold forward. Grab opposite elbows here and stay for a moment in this standing forward fold, waking up through the backs of the legs. Can you feel into the wide balls of the feet here? The arches are lifting and the heels are pushing down and out slightly. So there is a rotation in the thighs. Can you really relax the neck here? Could give it one more pulse, one more breath. Remember, make the breath the most important part of this practice today. Can you really just fall in love with breathing? Place your hands on your shins. Inhale and lengthen halfway up. Exhale and fold forward. Root down through your feet. Inhale and circle your arms all the way up to your sky. Press your palms, lift up through the frontal hip bones. Feel the tailbone lengthen down towards the heels. Exhale and bring the hands to the heart. So remembering that intention, one more time, what brought you to this mat today, what keeps you centered, what is your medicine for today. Push down through the feet and inhale. Circle up through the arms. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. One long big breath to inhale and lengthen out. Pull the crown of the head away from that tailbone. Keep your chest reaching forward, bend your knees, flatten your palms, step your right leg back and then your left leg back and return to downward facing dog. Spiral the arm bones, biceps towards the ears, triceps underneath. Work for that nice long spine, even on both sides of the waist. Hip bones lift up towards the sky. One more breath, relax the neck. Bring the big toes to touch, and on your inhalation, take that left leg up. Spin the left inner thigh towards the sky. Squeeze that right hip in towards the left inner thigh. Look up between your hands and step your left foot forward. Drop the back kneecap down, release the toes. And on an in-breath, bring your arms up overhead. Good, squeeze that left knee, heel towards the right knee, putting those hips in a vice grip. Lift the frontal hip bones, soften shoulders from the ears. Maybe press the palms. Good, find this low undulate asana here, a big body stretch. You can sink the hips a little forward. And then exhale, taking the right hand down. Left arm comes to the sky. And stacking shoulder over shoulder. If you have props here, you can always place that right hand on a block if that's helpful. Good. Pick up the belly and spiral your right ribs towards the left inner thigh. Squeeze left inner thigh towards right ribs. And the left hand comes down to the earth. Now take that right shin and over to the left side of your yoga mat. As you reach your right arm forward, I want you to pull your left hip crease back as though you were coming into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Good, rising up. Shoulders stack over hips. Left inner thigh spirals to the sky. We're going to turn our left ribs open a little. Send your gaze over that left finger, middle finger. Good. Keep the heel of that left foot pressing down. Turn the left palm up and then exhale. Take a reverse warrior here. Let the right hand come down any degree. Reach to the left fingertips. Can you pick up that left frontal hip bone? Lift it up off the thigh bone. Reach back. Let's reverse. And on your exhale, circle your hands down to the earth. Line up your right knee, right ankle, tuck the toes under. Press into that left foot and float that right leg up to meet the left. Good, inhale here, lengthen halfway up. Pick up your belly, exhale, fold forward. One more extra breath here, Uttanasana. Find the opposite forearm on top as you fold forward. Lengthen out. Take a pause as we get ready for our sun series, A and B. So we're going to pick up the pace a little during those sun salutations. And it is up to you to really gauge, to really monitor, to know where you're pushing, to know where you're backing off, and see if you can work for that perfect balance, that perfect flow. Take your hands to the shins and lengthen out on the inhale. Picking up that low belly, exhale and fold forward. Good, on your inhalation, rise to standing, circling up through the arms, big, bright, wide. Exhale and bring the hands to the heart center. Good, stand here in your Tadasana. Feel the strength coming up from the legs, through the feet, all the way up through the crown of the head. Good, and here we go. Inhale, circle up through the arms. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. We've got 2 rounds, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, lengthen out. And as you exhale, bend your knees. Keep your chest reaching forward. Right leg steps back, left leg steps back, plank. Overshoot your wrists, plug your elbows in. They hug all the way down. Lower Chaturanga, upper half of that push-up. Belly comes to the earth, hips come. Walk the hands back underneath the elbows. On the inhale, press the feet, shins and knees lift as you peel your chest up off the earth. Exhale and lower down. Tuck the toes under, push up to your hands and knees or straight up to a plank pose. Tone the belly as you exhale and return to downward facing dog. Here we'll be for 3 breaths. So this moments of pausing here with your 3 breaths are moments to check in, not check out. So notice where your mind tends to go here in the pauses. Do you live in that compulsive busy mind, distracted, or is it easy to maybe bring yourself fully present? Just focusing on the breath, maybe seeing where you can use prana to liberate and find more freedom in your body, freedom between the thoughts. Inhale here, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Feel free to hop or jump or step up to the top of your yoga mat. Lengthen out on an inhale. Keep moving the shoulders from the ears, growing more length in the spine. Pick up the low belly, exhale, and fold forward. Root down through those feet as you inhale. Keep the feet pressing down. You become lighter, 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 lighter as you rise. Really saluting the sun. Exhale, bringing the hands to the heart. And the sun meaning saluting that light within you. Pressing down through the feet. Inhale, circling up through the arms. Last round, Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, lead with the heart, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Heart light shines forward, halfway up. Inhale. Keep that heart light shining forward as you bend your knees. Consider stepping back with the opposite leg, your left leg. Overshoot your wrists, plug your elbows in. They hug all the way down, lower chaturanga. Take it to the earth. Press the toes, tailbone lengthens back as you peel the chest up. Use those strong back muscles versus the butt muscles. Exhale and lower down. Tuck the toes under, squeeze your elbows in, press up to plank or to your hands and your knees, and exhale. Return to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Inhale. Exhale, pump that breath through the body, oxygenate all those cells. Inhale with prana, fresh life. Exhale, good. Inhale here, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees deep. Look up between your hands, hop or step up to the top of the mat. Inhale here, lengthen out. Exhale and fold forward, pushing down through the feet. Inhale, circling up, rising up, giving gratitude and thanks. Blessings. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Bring your big toes to touch, little sliver of space between the heels. And on inhale, we're going to circle our arms up, and exhale, sink down into Utkatasana, chair pose. Good. Give a little lift of the pelvis and hollowing out that space between pubic bone and navel, really hollowing out there. Draw the front ribs in, lift the back ribs up, sink your butt down a little lower. Okay. Moving through Surya Namaskar B. Stay here in the fire, spiraling the biceps. One more breath, drop it down a little more. Exhale, hinge over the thighs and fold forward. Lengthen out as you inhale. Flatten your palms, bend your knees, lift your heels, step or jump back, chaturanga. Exhale all the way, pausing halfway, flip the toes over, press the arms to straight, shoulders line up over the wrists, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here, right leg lifts up. Look up between your hands and step that right foot up to the right thumb. Left foot steps over a little. And we're going to inhale, press down to that pinky toe of that left foot, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Press the palms, exhale, and take the hands to the earth. Pick the back heel up, step back to plank, and exhale, chaturanga. Flip the toes, scrub them back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, over the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Inseam of the leg lifts. Look up between your hands, step forward. Right foot steps over a little, ground the heel down. As you inhale from the ground up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands to the earth. Back heel up, step it back, plank. Overshoot the wrist, exhale, chaturanga, elbow, shoulders line, scrub the toes back. Peel the chest up, roll down through the inner palm. Exhale, downward facing dog. Be here. 3 breaths. So you start to feel the heart rate pumping up a little here. That's what it's designed to do in Surya Namaskar B. Get the heat moving through the body, the tapas. All right, that energy to keep going, to keep moving. One more breath. Again, make sure that you take this at your own pace. Lift your heels up on an inhale, not to be depleting. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop or step up to the top of your mat, but invigorating. Halfway up as you inhale. Stay in the fire, lift the belly, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose. And then take that same inhale as you ride it all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Good, one more round, Surya Namaskar B. Let's do it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale through chair pose, hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank, and we lower chaturanga. Good, inhale, peel the chest up. Exhale, downward facing dog right away. Right foot steps up, left heel turns down. Inhale, bring the hands up, squeeze that right hip crease back, left hip drops. Exhale, hands to the earth. Back heel lift, step back, plank, exhale, chaturanga, scrubbing back the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg steps up, right heel turns down. Can you ride that same inhale all the way up to Vira 1? Exhale as your hands come down. Ride that exhale all the way back to Chaturanga. And inhale, upward facing dog. You can always substitute Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we breathe. 3 breath cycles here. Inhale and exhale. Feel, can you hear your breath? Can you physically hear yourself breathing? So part of that embodiment, right? The connection to earth, connection to breath, connection to spirit, connection to what is happening in this moment. Staying fully embodied, fully present. No judgment, just awake. Last breath, inhale. Lift the heels high. Exhale, bend the knees deep. Look forward, hop or step up to the top of your mat. And take an inhale here, lengthen out. Pick up that low belly. Exhale, fold. Let's finish it off. 1 inhale, Utkatasana chair, butt drops down, sink down, get the thighs turned on. Push the heels, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Then take your palms down and forward. Just shine the palms. Be here in Tadasana. Just take a moment to notice the heat, the tapas, the prana that you have generated in your own body temple. And what does that feel like? What does that feel like? We always want to take these moments just to pause, right? So we're not always reaching out into the external, always being driven outside ourselves, always, always, always. Pause, come back home. What is it that you desire right now? And take an inhale. Circle up through the arms. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward. On an inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. So I'm going to start to teach a flow here. We're going to go through it 1 time slowly, get the movement, and then we'll go through it 2 times after that at pace, 1 breath per movement. So let's start off with that nice strong downward facing dog, cambering down through the palms, through the ridges of the hands. Again, I want you to feel like you've got almost like you have webbed hands. Can you stretch your yoga mat a little more forward? Then bring the big toes to touch. Let's work on that core. Press down to the wide ball of the left foot as you reach that right leg up behind you. Spin right inner thigh to the sky. Exhale and pull that right knee up and into the chest. Really vacuum it up. Look forward, get your shoulders right over your wrists, and then sweep that right leg back. Good, look up between your hands as you exhale. Pull right knee up and into the chest, and step the right foot through. Left foot over a little, push it down. Hug that right hip crease under the body. Inhale, come up into your Virabhadrasana 1. I want you to lift up strongly through that left inner knee, so the left inner knee does not collapse. Spiral that left inner thigh towards the back of the room. Pull the right hip crease back. Reach up through the arms. Soften the shoulders. Good, now pick up the pelvis and tilt that tailbone towards your right heel. Vira 1. Again, keep checking in with that back foot, really pressing down with that right pinky toe, left pinky toe, and slithering that left hip, left shoulder forward. One more breath. Feel the strength. Vira 1. And then as you exhale, take your hands down to the earth. We're going to come right into a twist. So pick up your left heel. Left hand is going to stay down to the floor or a block. You're going to reach that right arm up. Lift up through the left thigh, pick up the belly, squeeze the left ribs towards the right inner thigh towards left ribs, stacking shoulders. And exhale, as you take your right hand down, flatten your left heel again. Pull the right hip crease back, reach the left arm forward, and come into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Take that right knee towards the right pinky toe. Press evenly into both pinky toes. Lift up the arches of both feet. And turn your shoulders so they're over your hip bones. Good. Sink down a little more. Melt that left side into the right side. And the left rib cage spirals back just a little. Pull the pinky fingers back. Soften shoulders down. Send that gaze over your right middle finger. Good. Can you sink down even more? Be here. Warrior 2. 2 more breaths. Notice where you're pushing, notice where you're backing off. See if you can find that perfect balance here in the pose for 1 more breath. Warrior 2. Turn your right palm up and then exhale as you reverse your warrior. Left hand's going to slide down that left leg. Right arm's going to reach up, 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 up. And then as you reach back, melt left side down. See that that right knee does not start to turn in, but more towards the right pinky toe for 1 more breath. Inhale, come through Warrior 2, and then exhale, circle your hands down. Lift up that back heel, take a step back to plank. Maybe you decide to even keep your right leg lifted today. As you exhale, pitch forward, chaturanga, come down onto the top of the right foot, flip the left one over. Come into upward facing dog, and exhale over the toes, downward facing dog. Let that integrate. Notice when you want to just kind of jump ahead and move on. And what is that all about? Okay, what is that all about? Last breath. We really want to get this into the body. Now press down into the wide balls of the feet, especially the right one, as you float that left leg up. Spiral left inner thigh to the sky. Right hip crease pulls back. On your exhalation, pull the left knee up and into the chest. Press the palms, really scoop that left knee up, work that core. And then from the belly, reach the left leg back. Look up between the hands as you exhale. Step that left foot forward. Rock the right heel over a little, drop it down. Press down into the edge of that right foot. As you come into Warrior 1, you want to spiral. You want to wrap that right shin, right inner knee, good right hip bone, right rib cage, right shoulder forward. And then soften down into the pose. Pick up the front edge of your pelvis, lean that tailbone more towards your left heel. You can press your palms here, or you can simply keep them shoulder distance apart or block distance apart. Good. Sink into the pose. Be in your feet. Feel the vira or the strength in your legs. Wrapping that left hip crease to the back of the room, right hip bone dropping down a little. Sink it down even more. Give it 1 more breath. Gaze can be straight forward. Gaze can be up. Last breath. Virabhadrasana 1. Beautiful. Again, we're just working the flow slowly at first. Take your hands down to the earth. Spin up off your back heel. Stack your shoulders as you come into a twist. Reach out through the right heel, out through the crown of the head equally. Pick up the belly and spiral around the navel. Keep that lift of the belly. Squeezing left hip towards right inner thigh. And then exhale, hands to the earth. Drop that right heel down again, maybe even over a little. Reach the right arm forward. Push your feet down as you come into Virabhadrasana 2. Good, feeling it in that front thigh. Left inner thigh spiraling up to the sky. Right thigh pressing straight back. Shoulders are over the hips. And then we sink, we melt the right side of the belly down or right side of the body down. Pull the pinky fingers back, widen across the chest. Gaze over your left middle finger. Can you isometrically here squeeze your heels towards one another, really firing up the thighs? Good. 1 more breath in your Warrior 2. Good. Notice where you just want to react.
See if you can soften. Take that extra breath right when you want to get out of the pose. The yogis say is when the poses start. So turn your left palm up as you exhale and reverse that warrior. Sink that right side of the body into the left. Pick up that left hip bone. Drop down. Nice left side stretch. Inhale, come back to Vira 2. On your exhale, circle the hands down. Pick up your back heel. Maybe you keep that left leg lifted this time. These are just options. Pitch forward, lower elbows, hug the body the whole way down. Tops of the feet, press. Arms pressed to straight. And in upward facing dog, the shoulders are over the wrists here. Your belly toes you back to downward facing dog. Good, now just let that integrate. So we worked that little flow there, nice and slow, feeling all the component parts of the poses, all those necessary ingredients to come into this flow. One more breath. And we'll go through each side 2 times, just a little quicker. If it's too much for you, again, this is a practice for everyone. So you slow it down if you need to slow it down, or you pick up the pace if you like to pick up the pace. Just stay embodied. Make sure that you are working from that highest parts of self. Good. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Gaze forward. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, right foot steps through, left heel grounds. Inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 1. 1 breath to the top. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the earth, into the twist. Left hand stays down, right arm reaches up, twist. Good. Right hand down, left heel drops. Inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 2. Right into peaceful warrior. Exhale, reverse. Circle your hands to the earth. Back heel up, step back plank or one-legged. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to chest. Push the hands down, scoop that belly in and up. And inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left foot steps through. Walk the right foot over down, ground it down. 1 breath, inhale, Vira 1. Square off the shoulders, square off the hips. Exhale, hands to the earth. Right hand stays down, right into the twist. Left shoulder stacks over right. Pick up the belly, spin. Left hand down, right heel down. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, circle down. Back heel lift, step it back, plank or one-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breath cycle, 3 breath cycles here. In through the nose, out through the nose. See if you can incorporate a little lela, what they call in Sanskrit, or the word for play. A little more playful. Into the lela. Good. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Press into the left foot. Inhale, right leg floats up. Exhale, right knee to chest. Push it down to your hands. Scoop the knee up and reach back on the inhale. Exhale, we step through. 1 inhale to the top, warrior 1. Square off your hips, square off your shoulders. Exhale, hands to the earth and twist. Left hand down. Pick up the belly, twist. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, and reverse your warrior. Circle down, back heel up, and we step back to plank. Exhale, or Triyanga they call it. And inhale, chest peels up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Left leg up, inhale. Left knee to chest, push your hands down, scoop. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Exhale, left foot steps through, right heel grounds, and a little over to the right. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale into the twist. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, reverse. Circle it down. And vinyasa. Beautiful work. Keep it going. Inhale up. Exhale. Downward facing dog. 3 breath cycles. Last breath. Drop to your knees for a moment. Take the knees out, toes together. Send your hips back into a child's pose.
Reconnect to your intention. We always want to keep that intention threaded through the practice. It's an anchor, it's a reminder. And you can use that intention just throughout your day when you forget, right? When you forget what really matters. When we get busy, the monkey mind starts to take over that compulsive thinking, the compulsive busyness, compulsive worry. Just notice where your own mind tends to go. We're all human. Most of the time we spend our time in this kind of sense of compulsion. And it often leads to misery, right? Because we've become unconscious. Come up now and return to downward facing dog. Good, stretch it out. Hips lift. And one more small standing sequence here. A little balancing. Press into that left foot. Let's work the core. Right leg sweeps up. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest, shoulders over the wrist, gazing forward. And then inhale, right leg sweeps back. This next exhale, let's take that right knee up, tap the right tricep, gaze forward, and then sweep the right leg back. We've got one more, knee to chest. This one will twist, take the right knee to the left, and then back to center, and sweep the right leg back. Good, exhale, step the right foot up, right between your hands. Put a little bend in that back knee as you sweep your arms up into full crescent pose. Now you don't want your feet on a tightrope here. Make sure you have a little space, more of an inner to heel. That same action of pulling the frontal hip bones up, drawing the front ribs in, lifting the back ribs up, sinking down into the pose, crescent pose. You want to challenge your balance a little, you can press your palms and gaze up at your sky. Good, strong back leg, one more breath. Bring your hands to your heart center here. Now we're going to step into that right foot and bring the left knee up as we come to standing. Good, standing on that one leg, hugging strongly that outer right hip in. Beautiful. Take your left knee out to the side. Reach down with that left hand and bring that left foot up to the right inner thigh. If that doesn't work for you, you can always place the foot on the floor, just not on the knee. Okay, you don't want to put it on the knee joint. So find your comfortable tree pose here. Feel into all four corners of your right foot. My foot is sliding down my yoga pants. That's pretty funny. Okay, good. Hugging in, sandwiching in. Bring everything into that middle of your body, nice and strong. Good. One more breath. Bring the arms up overhead, maybe. Keeping the front edge of that pelvis lifted, tailbone lengthening down towards your back heel. Now as you release the hands here, bring the hands behind you. Interlace all but your index finger and point that index finger straight down. Squeeze the inner shoulder blades together. Let the chest pop up a little. And then bring your left knee forward. Step your left foot next to your right. Bend your knees, hinge forward. Let your chest lie down on your thighs. Point your index fingers towards the sky. Release your neck. And reach up through the index fingers. More space between the tops of the shoulders, neck. Feel free to straighten your legs if you'd like. Roll the inner thighs back. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the earth. Gaze forward, step back plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Big toes touch. Inhale, spin the left inner thigh to the sky as you raise that left leg. Exhale, bring the left knee into the chest. Root the hands down, carve up and out through that belly, and then inhale, left leg reaches back. Exhale, bring that left tricep, knee up to the tricep. Gaze forward, pull it up there. Beautiful. Take that left leg back. Exhale, pull that left knee into the chest first, and then towards the right. So you really feel that oblique engaged. Good. Right leg to center, left leg to center, and exhale, step, reach it back. Good. Look forward, step your left foot through your hands. Little micro bend in that right knee. Push your feet down. Stay low to the earth as you come up into crescent pose. So let that tailbone drop down. Pull the front of the pelvis up. And then maybe straighten that back leg. Good.
Shoulders over hips. Notice if you're puffing the front ribs and bringing this into this big back bend. Shoulders over the hips, right? Drop it down. You can press the palms if you'd like, spiraling the biceps, coming into this nice big crescent pose. One more breath. Feel your outer hips hugging together. Good. Bring your hands to your heart. Gaze forward. We're going to step into that left foot. We come to standing. Right knee is going to come right up. Good. Pause here for a moment. Gather your balance. Bring into that Samana Vayu where everything's hugging into the center line. Turn your right knee out. Reach down and then place the right foot in the best position for your body today, in this moment. You're not looking for the perfect yoga pose. That's not what these teachings are about. Right? It's looking to find peace in your experience, centeredness and steadiness, and ease in your body, in your mind, no matter what's going on. So it shouldn't matter if it's an easy pose. Bring your arms up for you, or a complicated pose. Okay. It's about remaining steady, sthira, and at ease, sukha. That's the practice. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace with the opposite thumb on top this time. Interlace all but the index fingers. Point your index fingers down. Bring your right knee to center. And then step your left foot, right foot next to your left. Feel the chest lift as you exhale. Bend your knees and fold forward. Let this be a nice shoulder stretch for you. Arms reach up. Crown of the head relaxes. Shoulders from the ears. Straighten the legs if you wish. Rock more to the front edge of the heels. And then exhale, release your hands to the earth. And take this final vinyasa. Reach your chest forward as you step. If you're going to jump back to chaturanga, you land in chaturanga. And exhale, flip the toes. Otherwise, it's really tough on those shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. See, just for 2 breaths, if you can feel something different in this down dog. Maybe something new. Maybe it's simply just being passionate about breathing. An ability just to feel your vibrancy and your life force coursing through your body, through your breath. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, hop or step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good, ground your hands, lift your heels, and then see if you can just kind of sit down onto the heels here for a moment in a little bit of a toe squat. Take your arms up, hands up. Good, pausing here. Keep the chest lifted. Try to see if you can keep the crown of the head over the tailbone. One more breath. And then we're going to slowly sit down onto the bum. You can use your hands or not. Good. To you, bring the knees into table. Good. So knees in and ankles lined up. Palms reach forward. Just bring your hands by your knees here for a moment. Hug the low belly in and up. Let's work a little bit of core work. As you reach your hands towards your ankles, straighten the legs and lean back a little. Good. And then back up. Good. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, pull the knees in. And last one. Exhale. Inhale, pull the knees in. Beautiful. Let's reach out and see if you can bring your body all the way down to the earth. Slow and steady. Hold that core. Feel that frontal hip bones lifting towards the navel. And exhale. Whole body down to the earth. Bend your knees. Bring your feet up to table height here. Take the arms behind you. Reach back through the hands. Keep your whole low back pressing down onto the earth. And then slowly just tap the heels down. And then as the legs come back up, reach the arms forward. Good. Tap the heels down. Keep the low back pressing into the earth. Arms reach back. Good. Exhale. Lift the scapula, reach forward. Good. Tap the heels and reach back. Carve out the belly as you lift. Reach the shoulder blades off the floor. Good. And lower. Try to keep that low back on the earth. Inhale up, reach and hold. Exhale and lower the heels, lower the hands. Inhale, lift and hold. Exhale, heels tap, hands tap. 3 more. Inhale, lift, hold. Exhale and reach back. You've got 2 more. Inhale, lift and hold. Exhale and reach it back. 2 more. Inhale, lift, hold that pulse. Exhale and back. And last one, inhale here. Lift in, hold. And exhale, reach it back. Beautiful. Take your hands right down along your side. Bend your knees here. Walk your heels in just a little, so maybe you can even feel the backs of the heels. As you press down into the feet, lift your hips up off the earth. Interlace your hands underneath your tailbone and start to walk the shoulders in towards the spine. So you're actually pressing down in the backs of the shoulders in Setu Bandha, Sarvangasana, bridge pose. Feel the pinky toe side of your feet pressing down, arches of the feet, underneath your big toe mound and into the center of your heels. Can you press your heels down and out, feeling those inner thighs wrapping down? Press into the backs of those shoulders, press your belly to the sky. Take a few breaths, feel the tailbone lengthening towards the heels. And at the same time, press your shin bones to the back of the room. So you feel the sternum lifting towards the chin. Just inhale here, exhale, let the breath flow through you. Creating this nice, steady bridge pose. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Keep those inner thighs rolling down, see that the knees don't splay out. And then exhale, release the shoulders one by one and roll the spine down. The tailbone comes to the earth last. Bring the knees into the chest. Hold on to the right shin bone. Extend that left leg forward. Really extend through the left heel. Then curl up, nose towards the knee in this Ekapada Apanasana. And holding there. And soften the shoulders back down to the earth. Take that left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right arm reaches out to the side. And slowly take that right knee across the body. See that your right knee and you tuck those right toes. The left knee is good in your body. Maybe you turn your gaze towards your right hand. Just be careful of the neck. See how the neck feels. That right hip crease lengthening towards the front of your mat. Let's take a few rounds, slowing the practice down now, being in the breath. Feel your energy now as opposed to moving more quickly. Feeling the difference, and inhale, come back to center. Beautiful. Switching sides, bring that left knee in to meet the right first. Hold on to the shin, extend the right leg forward. Really send the energy down through the inseam of that right leg. Curl the nose up towards the knee, but you keep pressing out through that right heel so you feel the length coming into that side body. And soften the shoulders back to the earth. Right hand holds outer left knee. Line the knee up over the hip first. Left arm reaches out to the side, and then guide the knee over. So try to keep the knee and hip in alignment here. Just spiral down through the left ribs. Maybe turn the chin. Just take a few grounding breaths here. As we get closer to the end of this practice, we prep the body to receive those final few minutes. Shavasana. Inhale, come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. Take your hands through the inseams, through the inner thighs. Find the outer edges of the feet, pinky toe side. Turn your feet up to face your sky. Inhale, and then as you exhale, feel the knees Just drop down. Gravity takes over the pose here. Happy baby as the tailbone presses into the earth. And soft belly. And be here. Just 2 rounds of breath. Neutralizing the spine, neutralizing this practice. One more deep breath and you're happy baby. And then slowly bring the soles of your feet together. Take your feet to the earth. Let the knees pry down. And place a hand on your belly and a hand on your heart. I'll stay with you here just for the next 2 minutes. Give yourself this gift of time. Give yourself the gift of this next 2 minutes. Notice when the compulsion to get up, to fidget, to move hits you. And when that happens, see if you can just ask yourself to stay. Just use a few breaths and just stay. Let yourself dissolve into something much more expansive. As you dissolve out of the mind and into your connection to all things. So that embodiment is that knowing that you are part of it all and it is all a part of you. Just keep breathing. Keep allowing. Keep receiving. Keep expanding. Keep dissolving. Just stay. And here for about 8 more breaths. This last breath. Please inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Find the edges of your knees, bring them together. Hug the knees into your chest. Roll over to your side body. Take a moment here just to pause. Again, reconnect back to that intention, to what matters most, to what might help carry you through the rest of this day or your evening. And press yourself up and away from the earth. Coming back to a comfortable seat at the top of your yoga mat.
Find those sit bones as you feel into your solid base. Turn your palms up, resting on your knees. Line the crown of the head up over the tailbone. Broaden through the chest. And take the hands to the heart. To that symbol of unity, to that symbolic gesture of prayer, of gratitude. Whatever this mudra might invoke in you, inhale deeply into it, lift your heart up. And as you exhale, bow in. Thank you so much for practicing with me today in this all-over flow, all-encompassing flow. May you stay in the flow of your own life today and in the flow with others with so much Shanti and peace. Namaste.